Yeah, I'm gonna get floor burns, aren't I? Stop saying. Yeah. And keep it. Yeah. Oh, jeez. You're gonna put me on my feet. And let's do a good turn. Yep. If I can remember, how did Kubi? Did I go to the same side?
Kubi, you did. I don't remember. Shoulder throw was same side. Kubi was opposite side.
Let's do it.
Can you guys push that together for me? You want to tell these guys what you're doing?
Yeah, basically just centralizing whatever technique I'm trying to do by the placement of the staff. Like I was telling you guys earlier, the lower down I am on his body, or the farther out I am on his body, the more he's moving around the circle that I'm creating, whereas the higher up I go on his body, the more he's coming over the staff. So Kurt's really good at taking these throws, but when he first started taking these throws, it confuses your mind because the staff is in the way of where you normally step, and you start to turn your body on your own to try to get around the staff, and then I'm just aiding that basic movement. I'm aiding that in my projection. So he's getting really good at taking the throws. He knows how to move his body. At first, it was more just like a crash into trying to move around, and then him leading his own movement, basically.
Basically, if you don't learn how to fall for this, it hurts a lot more. So I'm trying to figure that out. But so Doug, yesterday we worked the opposite. We worked the basic hip throw, and then to the neck throw, and to the taiyatoshi, and to the inside reap, and the outside, and all of that stuff was going the other way until all we did was an arm cut down, or we did. This is what he's doing is the opposite. He started with the arm cut down, and then went to the ankle and worked his way back up.
Okay. You want to try palm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's the stick?
I'm trying to remember.
Oh, you did this.
Yeah, did I pass it to do chicken wing?
No. You took my punching arm down, and you came in with everything.
Okay.
Hey! Yeah, something like that.
Let's do a side sacrifice.
Getting up slower over here.
Okay. We could do a encore.
Hey! Whoa. Ooh. The staff is unforgiving. Like, that would break my arm. I mean, you kind of really have to know what's going to happen here.
Try to think of other techniques that we did.
Let's just go back to these. You want to explain the...
Yeah. We were working this earlier when someone would grab the staff. We would work on this idea of locking their wrist and then making them follow. We usually use the 8 directions of movement. We have front, back, side to side, and then we have the angles, just compass rose idea. So basically when he's in the staff, I begin my circular movement this way, and then depending on which way I want to project him,
where am I going?
let's go here. Depending on where I want to put him is just where I point the staff. I mean, it's pretty basic. I begin this movement, I bring it into his center. Let's actually go this way.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
So I begin the circular movement, I find where I want to go, and I bring him this way. That's it. And I'm using, once again, it's a fulcrum and lever idea. He's the fulcrum, this is the lever. So I'm bringing it in and coming this way. Woo. Same if I want to take him directly behind me. I begin the circle this way, and I'm projecting him this direction. So I bring it in this way, bring it back. And basically we started doing this last week. And we were just working each direction that we could get to, work around the clock. So if I want to take him this way, I'm once again coming to a center, and I'm bringing him this way. We found that the directions from noon, 11, 10, 9, all the way through this way, the projections work until I get to about 4 or 5 o'clock, and that's when I actually start to have to move around him to make these work. Before, I'm just moving into him, and I'm choosing my direction, but as I start to get behind myself, I have to move myself out of the way to give him the same projection. Let's say I'm going to 4 o'clock. I come into him this way.
I forgot it was like Italian toast. Woo-wee.
So yeah, I mean, like, that's the basic idea.
Yeah, that's the basic idea.
Let's do it. Open hand.
Oh, open hand. Okay.
So in Soka Walker's art, we're using the sword to teach your center, how to move from center, your Tai Sabaki. And that's basically what the bow is doing. I had the pleasure of watching you demonstrate the other day, and it showed me a lot about this idea of this small circles within circles. And that's really what's being created with when he's grabbing a hold of the staff. I begin a smaller circle, and then I project out on a larger tangent, a larger circle around the outside. So after we started practicing with the bow, we wanted to see what it would look like open-handed. So let's start with the arm cut down. I'm still blocking, and now my hand is becoming bow. If I'm doing an ankle sweep, same. Just sweeping the ankle. Let's do we didn't do tenchi with the bow, but let's do a tenchi. Same idea. And each of these techniques, as you can see, I'm doing the same thing. I'm blocking, I'm moving, and the only thing that's distinguished and different is what the technique calls for. If it's an ankle sweep, my ankle goes there. If I have a bow, the bow goes there. Same with hip throw, same with neck throw. Any of these ideas, all that is changing is the position of my hands, or the position of my bow. So if I'm going to do a side sacrifice, I'm here. Shoulder throw. So yeah, and that's showing that what the bow is doing is teaching me how to move from my center, even if I don't have it. Yeah.
Questions?
Questions? Well, everybody here, actually.
Okay, now those throws look a lot like the wrist throws you use back here.
Similar principles, yes.
Blending and
Yeah. But that's kind of interesting with the bow.
yeah.
Kind of unique, huh?
And I'll show you real quick what I was talking about
We're
earlier.
going to show you something here.
Is that when we're this is our basic ready stance here, and we can use our front hand to block as I was doing with those throws. We can use it to strike. I can move in for a throw if I'd like. With my open side, like a taijutsu style throw, I can do kugi or what have you. If I'm trying to create distance between me and my target, it's simple. From going from this point, I can come right to a traditional bow staff. You know what I mean? I can move, I can create distance, and then it's simple as just dropping back, and I'm right to my ready stance again. So that's kind of how it comes together with traditional bow staff, and that's how it breaks apart as well. Yeah.
Appreciate you showing me that.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you.
So Jan, Soke-dai Dan, either one of you, whatever you want to do.